Good afternoon, students. Let's continue with our practice set 2.1. Fourth example. In a figure, find RP and PS using information given in triangle PSR. Okay. So in this triangle PSR, what we are given, that one angle S is of 90 degree and one angle P is 30 degree, and that side RS is 6, and we have to find that remaining two sides, that the side RP and side what PS. Okay, so as we observing this figure, what we notice here, that one angle is 90, another one is 30, so remaining angle R is of 60 degree, means we have to use that the property of 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle to solve this example. Okay, so pay attention over here. Okay, so here we mention it in triangle PSR that the measure of angle S is 90 degree, angle P is 30 degree, and hence that the remaining angle R is equal to what? 60 degree. Okay, according to that, sum of measure of all angles of triangle is 180. According to that theorem, we can say that reason is only remaining angle. Okay, and hence that triangle PSR is what? 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle. And as we know that the property that the side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. Yes, and here as you notice that the SR is given, which is 6, and opposite to what? 30 degree, and that side SR is half of the hypotenuse, and here RP is what? Hypotenuse, because that RP is opposite to 90 degree, and means here we have to substitute that the value is what? 1 upon 2. 1 upon SR equal to 1 upon 2 into RP, and again as we simplify it, we getting this RP, means that the hypotenuse length. Okay, so here we getting that RP as what? 12. Getting this, students? 6 equal to half means 1 upon 2 into RP. So we taking this denominator 2 to left side. So 6 into 2 equal to RP, and hence RP is 12 units. Okay. So then that the remaining side PS, which is opposite to that angle R, and angle R is what? 60 degree, means now we have to find that the side opposite to 60 degree, and also we know that with that same theorem, theorem 30, 60, 90 theorem, that the side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 upon 2 times of the hypotenuse. Means here we substitute that root 3 upon 2, and then we again substitute that the RP as we getting it as 12. Okay, and then we can find that PS. So do it, students. Understood? PS equal to root 3 upon 2 times the hypotenuse. Reason is side opposite to 60 degree, that the PS, that side is opposite to 60 degree angle. Okay, and hence it is root 3 upon 2 times that the hypotenuse RP. So root 3 upon 2 into 12. Here we divide that 12 by this denominator 2. 2 6 are 12, and hence that PS value is 6 root 3. So for 2 mark question, that the example asked in exam. Okay. Fifth example is complete the following activity to find AB and BC. Okay. So here we have given one figure, that the triangle ABC, where angle B is given as 90 degree, and also it is given that AB equal to BC, and length of that AC, which is hypotenuse, given as root 8. So to find these equal sides AB and BC, you have to complete this activity. First step is, here it is given that AB equal to BC, and in this empty box, yes, we have to write down that the reason why AB equal to BC, because it's given part. Okay, so first box we fill it as given. Then angle BAC equal to, again here we have that empty box, and what we notice here students, that the one angle is 90 and that remaining that two sides AB and BC as given equal means that opposite angles also equal. Okay, and according to that sum of measure of all angles of triangle is 180 degree. What we know getting here, that this 90 degree as we less from these two angles, so that addition of this A and C is 90, but both angles are equal means that each angle that the measure of what, yes, 45 degree, means triangle ABC is of 45 45 90 degree triangle. And according to that theorem, that the side opposite to 45 degree is what, 1 upon root 2 times hypotenuse, and it means AB equal to BC, which are opposite to that 45 degree, equals to what, 1 upon root 2 times of the hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is what, AC, and it means in this step here we write down that 1 upon root 2, then here that substituting that the value of AC as root 8, and root 8 is factorized as 4 into 2, and hence that simplest form is 2 root 2, and again as we simplify it we getting that the value of that AB and BC which are equal. Okay, so solve it students. Understood? As here we substitute that value as 1 upon root 2 as continue. Here we substitute that AC as root 8, at is it given root 8, then factorize it as like 4 into 2, so that simplest form is 2 root 2, and hence here that root 2 eliminate, remains only 2, means AB equal to BC equal to 2. Okay, so for 2 marks that the activity asking exam. Okay. Sixth example is find the side and perimeter of a square whose diagonal is 10 centimeter. Okay, so here first we draw a square and name it as ABCD is a square, and according to that property of squares that the all sides are what, congruent, so that we show it by the symbol, and all angles are right angle. And here we draw that one diagonal as AC, which is given as 10 centimeter. Okay, so to find that the sides, length of sides of square, what we do here students, so pay attention. Here we select one triangle, that the triangle ABC, which is what, right angle triangle, and that AC is, which is diagonal of that square, is now hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. Okay, and also that the side AB and BC are what, equal. So using Pythagoras theorem we find that the AB and BC, and that another sides AD and DC are also equal, as we find out that the AB and BC. Okay, so here we first write down that in triangle ABC, that the angle ABC is what, 90 degree, because it's the angle of square, and also AB equal to BC, that the sides of square. Okay, so then by Pythagoras theorem, in triangle, right angle triangle ABC, hypotenuse square equal to that sum of square of remaining two sides, and hence hypotenuse is here AC, so AC square equal to that AB square plus BC square. But in information it is given that hypotenuse means it's a diagonal of that square, which is given as 10 centimeter, so we put that value of AC as 10 square equal to AB square plus, we replace this BC square as AB square. Okay, because AB equal to BC, so AB square is 2AB square, and hence that the AB square is what, 100 upon 2, as we taking this 2 to left side. and therefore that division we getting as AB square equal to 50, which is not perfect square number as we taking its square roots. AB equal to root 50, but that 50 is factorized as one factor gives a perfect square. So factorization method, 25 into 2, and square root of 25 is 5, and hence AB is 5 root 2. Okay, and that AB means what? That the side of that square is 5 root 2 centimeter. Okay, and now as we have to find the perimeter also. Perimeter means what? That the sum of all four sides, but as we know that all sides are equal in length, it's a property of square, and hence we write that the perimeter of square is 4 into side. Okay, and that side of square we getting it as 5 root 2, so 4 into 5 root 2 means 4 5s are 20 root 2 centimeter is what? Perimeter of square. So like this we solve this kind of example for 3 marks. Okay students. Okay, now in 7th example, in a figure, the angle DFE given as 90 degree, FG is perpendicular on ED, and if GD is equal to 8 and FG is equal to 12, find these three sides, that the side EG, FD, and that side or that segment EF. Okay, so what we notice here students, here we have that right angle triangle DFE, where angle DFE is 90 degree, means that triangle is right angle triangle, and here we have given also that one perpendicular FG on this ED, means on hypotenuse. Okay, so which theorem or property as we looking here? Yes, that the theorem of geometric mean we use to solve this, and to first we find EG using that geometric mean property, because this altitude is geometric mean of that two parts EG and GD. Okay, so pay attention over here. So like this we write down those steps. In the right angle triangle DFE, that the segment FG is perpendicular on hypotenuse ED, and hence by that theorem of geometric mean, that the FG square equal to what? EG into GD. Square of that altitude is equal to that product of two parts of that hypotenuse. So here we substitute that the value of FG, which is given as 12. So square of 12 equal to EG into what? GD, and GD is also given as 8. So now we simplify it. Square of 12 is 144 equal to EG into 8, and hence EG is equal to what? 144 upon 8. So as we do this division, EG is equal to 18. Okay, so first we find EG by geometric mean theorem, that EG is 18. Okay, and now for FD and EF, what we do here students, FD is here, that the side of that triangle DFG, but as altitude is there, that perpendicular FG, so that original triangle DFE divides in what? Two right angle triangles. And the first one is right angle triangle DGF, and another one is right angle triangle EGF. Okay, so now in first right angle triangle FGD or DGF, that DF or FD is what? Hypotenuse. Okay, and that hypotenuse FD we have to find out using what? Yes, Pythagoras theorem. And similarly EF is what? EF is also hypotenuse of right angle triangle EGF, and as we find out that EG, which is we getting as 18, so in right angle triangle EGF, again we use Pythagoras theorem to find this hypotenuse EF. Okay, means to find FD and EF we have to use Pythagoras theorem 2 times for these two right angle triangles. Okay, so like this we solve it, that in the right angle triangle DGF, so here we have that right angle triangle DGF where FD is what? Hypotenuse, FG is 12 and GD is 8. So here we write down by Pythagoras theorem that the square of hypotenuse means FD square equal to FG square plus GD square. FG, which is as 12 as given, plus GD is also given as 8. So square of 12 plus square of 8, as we are doing that squares, 144 plus 64, so that addition is 208. So taking square roots on both sides, that the FD is equal to what? 208 is not perfect square number, so we write down in square root sign, but that 208 is factorized as 16 into what? 13, and hence we write down that the square root of 16 outside as 4, and therefore FD is equal to 4 root 13. Okay, and similarly to find that EF we use that same Pythagoras theorem in right angle triangle what? EGF, where EF is hypotenuse now and FG is 12 and EG as we find out as 18. Okay, so by Pythagoras theorem square of hypotenuse means EF square is equal to FG square plus EG square, and here we substitute those values, that the FG as 12, EG we find out as 18. So square of 12 is 144 plus square of 18 is 324, so that addition is 468. So again taking square roots on both sides, that number 468 is not perfect square number, so EF is equal to, again we write down in root sign, root 468, but that 468 is factorized as 36 into 13, and therefore that EF is what? Square root of 36 is 6. Yes, 6 root 13. Okay, so like this we have that 3 marks example in exam. Okay, students. Okay, now in 8th example, find the length of diagonals of rectangle whose length is 35 centimeter and breadth is 12 centimeter. Okay, so first what we do here, students, we draw that the figure of what? A rectangle and its diagonal first. Okay, so here I draw that rectangle, name it as ABCD, whose length is 35 centimeter and breadth is 12 centimeter. Okay, and that segment AC is what? Its diagonal. Okay, so by that diagonals, that rectangle divides into 2 parts, and that 2 parts are what? Right angle triangles. So to find this diagonal, what we do here, students? Yes, in right angle triangle we use Pythagoras theorem, because that diagonal AC is now hypotenuse of this right angle triangle ABC. Okay, so as like this we solve this example in the triangle ABC, that the measure of angle ABC, as we taking 90 degree because it's angle of rectangle, and hence by Pythagoras theorem that the square of hypotenuse means AC square equal to AB square plus BC square. And now as we substitute those given values, that the breadth AB is side of that right angle triangle, which is 12 square plus square of that 35. As we are doing that squares, square of 12 is 144 plus square of 35 is 1225. Okay, and that now we are doing this sum, that sum is 1369. Okay, but that the value is what? Not AC, it's AC square. Okay, its AC square is equal to that 1369, and as we taking that square roots on both sides, that the AC is equal to square root of this 1369 is 37, and unit is centimeter, and the AC means that the hypotenuse of that right angle triangle means that AC is length of that diagonal of rectangle, which is 37 centimeter. Okay, ninth example, it is given that M is midpoint of QR. This point M is midpoint of QR, means divide that QR in two equal parts, that RM equal to MQ, and angle PRQ is equal to 90 degree, and it means that this bigger one, that the triangle PRQ is right angle triangle, and here also that one triangle PRM is also right angle triangle. Okay, and then prove that PQ square is equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. Means we have to try to form one equation using these three sides. Okay, that the PQ square equal to 4PM square minus 3PR square. Okay, so what we do here, students, as we notice here, to getting this PQ square, that PQ square we getting from this right angle triangle PRQ, where PQ is what, hypotenuse. Okay, like this. In triangle PRQ, using Pythagoras theorem, because the triangle is right angle triangle, PQ square equal to PR square plus QR square. Okay, so PQ square we getting that the left hand side part here, and also that PR square also we getting here. Okay, but here is one side QR square that we won't require, so we try to replace this QR square by PM square. Okay, so how we replace it, that for PM square, what we notice here, PM is also hypotenuse of right angle triangle PRM. So what we do here, students, pay attention. In triangle PRM, means this smaller triangle, which is also a right angle triangle, so using Pythagoras, that hypotenuse is what, PM, so PM square equal to PR square plus RM square we getting. Okay, and what I am saying, that QR we try to replace with PM, but we cannot directly replace with PM. So what we do here first, that RM we can replace first in terms of QR. Okay, how we replace it, because M is given as midpoint of QR, means that M divides that QR in two equal parts, that is RM and MQ, RM equal to MQ, and that each part is half of that QR. Getting this? Like this. RM is what? QR upon 2. So we replace that RM as QR upon 2 bracket square, and as now open this bracket, so that next step is QR square upon 4, and then as we multiplying that each term by 4, means we have eliminate this 4, multiplying both sides by 4, so we will get 4 PM square equal to 4 PR square plus QR square as it is, as multiplying that each term by 4 here, so here that 4 eliminates, and then that the QR square is equal to what, 4 PM square, and we taking this term 4 PR square to left, so 4 PM square minus 4 PR square is equal to what, QR square, means we getting that the value of QR square in terms of PM square, and now we replace this QR square by this value. Okay, as like this, QR square we replace as 4 PM square minus 4 PR square. Here again in this right angle triangle PRQ, PQ square equal to PR square as it is, plus now we replace this QR square from here, 4 PM square minus 4 PR square, as we open the bracket, that two terms as it is we write down downside, PR square plus 4 PM square minus 4 PR square, so 4 PM square as we write down that the first, and as we notice here, these are the two terms, you say PR square minus 4PR square. Okay, so we do subtraction here, and the subtraction is minus 3PR square. So here we are getting that. What you have to prove? Getting this means you have to use Pythagoras theorem two times. First, in original triangle PRQ, hypotenuse is PQ, so you will get PQ square equal to PR square plus QR square. Okay, so left hand side part PQ square as we form here, and that PR square, 1 PR square also we getting here. So means as we won't require this QR square, so we replace it with PM square, but we cannot directly relate that with PM square. So first we use again Pythagoras in the right angle triangle PRM. Okay, and we change this RM as QR upon 2 because that M is given as midpoint of that QR. That's why that M is given as midpoint. Okay, and further as we simplify it, then we getting that value of QR square in terms of PM square. Okay, and then we replace that QR square here at the value as 4 PM square minus 4 PR square. Okay, so now how we write down that the steps of or that solution of this example. So please pay attention over here. So like this we write down those steps. First we select this right angle triangle PRQ, where angle PRQ is 90 degree. So by Pythagoras theorem, first we form that PQ square, that the left hand side part, as equal to PR square plus QR square. And now to replace this QR square, again we use Pythagoras theorem with triangle PRM, as angle PRM is 90 degrees. So hypotenuse is PM square equal to PR square plus RM square. Okay, and now first we do change as RM as in terms of QR. So we write down here RM is QR upon 2 because M is midpoint of segment QR. Okay, so as we replace this RM as QR upon 2 here, so as we further simplify it, PM square equal to PR square plus, as we open these brackets, squares are what? QR square upon 4. So multiplying both sides by 4, so that equation is 4 PM square equal to 4 PR square plus QR square, and hence QR square equal to 4 PM square minus 4 PR square. Okay, so then we replace this QR square in terms of PM square. So we put that value QR square is equal to 4 PM square minus 4 PR square in equation 1, and again as we simplify it, so we will get that PQ square equal to 4 PM square minus 3 PR square. Okay, so for 3 marks example asked in exam. Okay students. Okay, now in 10th example, it is given that wall of two buildings on either side of a street are parallel to each other. A ladder 5.8 meter long is placed on the street such that its top just reaches the window of a building at a height of 4 meter. On turning the ladder over to the other side of the street, its top touches the window of the other building at a height of 4.2 meters. Find the width of the street. Okay, so first what we do here students, according to that given information, we try to draw that figure. Okay, first we draw two parallel segments that represent that two buildings on either side of a street. Okay, so here we draw that two parallel segments, that the AB and CD, which are the two buildings parallel to each other and opposite direction of that street. Okay, means BC is the length of that street. Okay, suppose at point C, here is that bottom of that ladder, so at the top of that ladder touches at this point where D is what? That the window of that building at the height of what? 4 meter of that building. Okay, and as we turn the ladder to opposite building so that top of that ladder touches at point, suppose at point A, at the window of that building, and that at the height of what, 4.2 meters. Getting this? Means length of or that height of that ladder is not changed. Ladder's height is given as 5.8 meter. Okay, so we have to find that the width of that street. And what we observe here, students, here we getting that two right angle triangles, and using Pythagoras theorem we find in right angle triangle ABE we find B, and in right angle triangle DCE again using Pythagoras theorem we find EC. Okay, and B plus EC, so we will get BC, that the width of that street. Getting this point? लॅडर कुठे आहे, ई जवळ. वरचा टोक कुठे आहे, डी सी किंवा सी डी या बिल्डिंगच्या डी टोकापाशी, म्हणजे इथे ती खिडकी असेल की जिथून हाईट किती होते बिल्डिंगची, 4 मीटरवरती ती लॅडर जाऊन पोचते. जर दिशा बदलली आणि दुसऱ्या बिल्डिंगकडे ती लॅडर हलवली तर बिल्डिंगच्या या विंडोपर्यंत ती जाते, म्हणजेच किती हाईटपर्यंत जाते म्हटलेलं आहे, 4.2 मीटर्स. ओके, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस theorem of that Pythagoras theorem we find B and AC. Okay, so pay attention over here. So here we first explain that the figure segment AB and segment CD are two buildings parallel to each other, are standing either side of street. Segment A is what, a ladder, and A equal to ED. Okay, then in triangle ABE, angle ABE, as we taking it as 90 degree, because as we assume that the standing on a street means it's perpendicular to that street. So by Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse is what, AE square equal to AB square plus B square. Okay, so we substitute those values over here. AE means that the length of that ladder is 5.8, bracket square equal to AB, it is 4.2 square plus B square. Okay, so as we doing this squares and then we subtract it, and then we find out that B by taking square roots on both sides is the one way, and that another way is also there. What we do here, students, we taking this 4.2 bracket square to our left side. Okay, so it's 5.8 bracket square minus 4.2 bracket square. Why we do so? Because as we doing that the squares first, that squares we getting in decimals. Okay, subtraction also we getting in decimal, so it's quite difficult to find out that the square root means to find that B. Okay, so what we do here, as we taking this subtraction, here one identity is formed, that the A square minus B square, and according to that identity, that expansion is what, A plus B into A minus B. So it's quite easy to simplify that the B square equal to A means 5.8 and B means 4.2. So 5.8 plus 4.2 in first bracket into 5.8 minus 4.2 in second bracket. And as now we simplify this, that the addition we getting it as 10 into this subtraction is what, 1.6, and 10 into 1.6 is what, yes, 16. So taking square roots on both sides, we getting that B, that part of that street is what, 4 meters. Okay, and now in another right angle triangle DCE, as using that same Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse means D square equal to what, DC square plus EC square. Now here we have to find that the another part of that street, that is EC. So we do the same, as we first substitute those values. D is again that the length of that ladder, 5.8 bracket square equal to DC, that the height is given as 4 meter, so 4 square plus EC square. We do the same, we taking this square of that 4 left side as it is, so 5.8 bracket square minus 4 bracket square. So we use the same identity, A square minus B square. Here also EC square equal to A plus B, A plus B into A minus B. So here addition is what now? 9.8. Okay, that 4 we have to add in not in fraction, in integer part. 5 plus 4 9.8, that decimal as it is, into subtraction as same, integer part is 5 minus this integer 4 1.8. Okay, so next step is what? EC square equal to, what we do here, we change this 9.8 in integer form as 98, and we taking that divisor as, or divided it by 10. 98 upon 10 into 1.8 as 18 upon 10. So 98 into 18 upon that product is 100. So as we do this product, the product is 1764 upon 100, and then as we taking square roots on both sides, that the square root of this number 1764 is what? 42. Okay, divided by square root of 100 is 10, and therefore that EC is what? 4.2 meters. Okay, and then to find that the length of that street or that width of that street, BC is equal to what? B plus EC. Then that addition of these two numbers, you getting that BC. Okay, so like this we do add these two parts, that the width of the street is what? BC equal to B plus EC, 4 plus 4.2, so that addition we get as 8.2 meters, means that the width of the street is 8.2 meters. Okay, so like this we have these examples for 3 or 4 marks asked in exam. Okay students, and now here we finish our that practice set 2.1, and that text topic, that the Apollonius theorem, is now omitted from that syllabus, so that practice set 2.2 also omitted from syllabus. Okay, so that problem set is only remains, and I am giving selected questions for your homework. Okay, so these are the examples of problem set 2. That the first question is correct, select the correct alternative that you solve in your textbook, and in homework book try to solve these examples, that the question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, 5, and that question number 13. Okay, to try it students as your these examples as in your homework book. Okay, and if you have any difficulty, so please WhatsApp me on my personal number. Otherwise, as you understood that all part, then please give me comment as in comment section box. Okay sir, like this. Okay, and in next lecture we do start with that our third chapter of same mathematics part 2 as circle. Okay, thank you, bye bye.